So let me start this video by asking you one of the important questions of the planet. So suppose you are a fresher, you don't have any experiences at all. So in this case, how do you prove yourself that you are a capable developer? How do you prove? Is it, building five different portfolio of small application? Is it solving hundreds of different coding challenges on LeetCode? Or copying the clone of Instagram, Twitter, or Netflix? What do you think? So let me tell you. So the answer might surprise you. Whatever you are thinking, it's none of these. It's really none of these above. So you probably be wondering if none of the answer is correct, then you might be thinking, okay, what is the best way? What is the ideal project I have to create so that I will be, stand out from the rest? The best way to stand out is to create one big project. This one project should be so meaningful, should be so challenging that, one day or from the start, it should become your long-term masterpiece. Let me explain what I actually mean to say. Most of the developers who are just starting out, they actually struggles with the same problem. They think, okay, what should I build? What should I build next? And the most popular advice they receive to build a clones of most popular websites. What do you think? Is that a good advice? Let me be super honest with you. For sure, you can replicate the UI, maybe 100% pixel perfect. But ask yourself, will you be able to make every backend similar like Instagram or Netflix? Will you be match their unprecedented architecture? Will you be able to achieve the advanced feature? Ask yourself honestly. The answer is probably not, right? You couldn't build everything from scratch at this point when you are learning, especially. So for sure, you'll understand so many different concepts, during the process of building a clones. But that doesn't mean, you will be able to, kind of build a complete real life applications. It adds, it gives some sort of, advantage in terms of technical standpoint, in terms of knowledge base. But it doesn't teach you exactly, what it takes to build any real world projects. So what should we do? What should you as a developer do in this case? How you should move forward. So don't worry at all. I'll tell you for sure. I want you to think, differently. So instead of building so many different clones, instead of building so many micro projects, I want you to focus on one project. That project should be so ambitious, so ambitious. You have to keep improving that project over the period of time. I don't know, maybe 6 months, maybe a year or two, but you have to keep improving. So figure out one big project that should be so ambitious, that should match with your interest and the domain, of course. You probably be thinking, okay, why I'm saying this to you? Don't worry, I will tell you exactly why building one big project will change your career completely. I'll give you maybe a proven examples how other people are doing it and how you can replicate the same to your life or maybe a career. So yeah, watch this video till the end because I'm going to break down every single detail, so stay tuned. So let me begin with this story. There is one German poet and philosopher named Johann. So don't worry if you cannot pronounce, neither can I. He spent his entire life for just writing one poet. It is called Faust, Faust. So over the period of time, he kept adding new characters, new stories, and so many different experiences to it. You might be thinking, why he is doing so. I personally think he was not just writing a poem. He was actually making that craft a perfect one. Why I'm telling you about the German poet? Because I want to take this poet as an example and follow the same approach with your software development journey. So build up projects, a small one, and it should be like a seed, a small tiny ones, and it should grow over the period of time with you. So add a feature as you keep learning new skill. So for example, in the month one, maybe you could do some kind of authentications with username and password. So maybe in the month two, you can connect your backend with the front ends and build some sort of APIs. So maybe in the month three, you can do notifications, you can do a payment integrations, you can do some kind of file upload thing, right? And if you see your projects after 6 months, maybe a year, or maybe a two, or maybe a more, your projects will transfer into something big. It will consist a lot of features, and at that point of time that projects will be a true reflections of your skill sets. And here is the best part, every single feature you add will teach you something valuable. And the even more good part is, if you have been building these projects over some problem statement, that means this project is going to solve some sort of problem, right? A real life problem. And in future, if people are going to use that platform or a project that you have been building, see, your projects will become kind of a credible one. It will add authority into your portfolio. So start with a problem that you care about, that you as a developer or as a person you care about. So for example, there is a one developer who built the platform called Photopea. Go to the website called photopea.com. It is a fully functional alternative of photoshop.com. And guess what? He has been working alone since 2013. I mean, can you imagine, since 2013, one developer is working in one project till 2025. So, why would someone invest more than 1 decade to build one project? Because it is his craft and his masterpiece. Now it's your turn. I'm not saying build a project that should last more than a decade. At least, think about a project that should last more than 6 months. Let me tell you how to break it down. Number one, choose your idea. So pick something that actually excites you. Maybe a tool to help students to manage their homework, or maybe an app that simplifies the meal planning. Number two, plan a feature. You can start with a small one. First, you can write down all the basic features, and you should keep adding more features when you move forward. Number three, learn as you build. So if you don't know how to build a feature or how to come up with the feature ideas, so it's fine. Go to the Google, search it, or even you can ask with the ChatGPT. Do brainstorm with it, and you'll get to know, okay, these are the features I have to build, and this is how to do it. Number four, leverage AI. So I mean to say, use so many AI tools, use different AI tools to know how to write a code. I'm not saying copy everything. Understand the code, because the goal is to understand how to write a code and build the project at the same time. When you build a project like this, over the period of time, of course, your technical skills will be advanced. Not only technical skills, you will gain so many different kinds of skills. You will learn how to solve a real world problem. You will learn how to manage your time and tasks. You will start using different tools like GitHub to collaborate and organize your code. And at the end, if you see yourself, you will not just have a project, you will have a beautiful story to tell. Imagine you are walking into an interview and saying, I have invested my last year building one project from scratch. So here are all the list of features I have added. Here are all the challenges I have overcome over the period of time. And here are all the things that I have learned in 1 year. Trust me, the moment you say this, it's adds a different set of impression to the interviewer. Instead, if you say, hello, sir, my name is this. I have learned this thing by watching tutorials, and I have built Netflix clone by watching the tutorials. See the difference. So, since you guys have decided to build your career in tech, so it will be my honest responsibility to tell you the truth. The path, journey, the future days will not be simple. There will be ups and downs, and with the advent of AI and all, there will be so many different challenges. So my sole motive of making this video is to give you an awareness. Okay, there are so many ways to learn something or maybe a new concepts, but building one project, following one big giant projects gives you a whole different perspective and spectrum of knowledge that you can start building from the day one, get to understand different concepts, and how you see the problems, how you approach the problem will be completely changed. And the moment when you jump into your career or go to the market, you will be different than thousands and hundreds of thousands of people, because most of them are coming from the same pattern. They watch the tutorials, they start building the clones and the projects, but rarely I see the person building, the different projects, real projects. So now it's your turn. It's your turn to decide your career. The job market is tough, no doubt, but instead of trying the same thing what everyone is doing to get, stand out from the crowd, be a different, try different things, build your own different projects, build something unique. Pick a topic, pick a project that really excites you. There might be industry that excites you, maybe a fitness, maybe a stock market, maybe a healthcare, right? Out of so many different industry, pick one industry and solve one particular problem and build the projects on top of that problem. It should be so challenging, it should challenge you every single day, day and night, every single day. So it will enables you to harness your potential also, right, down the line. So who knows, maybe in a year you might have a product that you will be proud of, or maybe people who wants to use your product to solve their problem. So one important questions, let me think. All right, so what you are going to build? All right, so if you have an idea, put your idea in the comments below, and we'll discuss in brief there itself. If you are still watching this video till this point, I really appreciate your effort. Take care, bye bye, see you in the next video.